Yeah, I just hit it.
Yes, alright. Just share it real quick.
I enjoyed it. It was a very, very good episode. It was probably the best episode in a while. I really enjoyed it. Very focused. A lot of great wrestling on this show. A lot of movement. So
Yeah, I wasn't as high on the episode tonight as you were, probably because I'm in a terrible mood from earlier.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I really
the Rangers made a dumb trade.
Very worth the $140 ticket for unbelievably great seats to watch Lamar Jackson absolutely bitch slap the New York. That's unfortunate. You hate to hear that.
At least I was at one of the ones.
It's not good. Not good at all. Not good. Not good at all. Bad situation.
Obviously,
Start off with a little backstage interview with Jay White, Hangman Page, Orange talking to Renee, and then these guys are in this fatal 4-way match at World's End. These guys are in this fatal 4-way match at World's End. These guys have a match. Tag tag match. These guys cannot get on the fucking same page at all. Tag match. These guys cannot get on the fucking same page at all. They want to rip each other.
First 2 times Jay White popped me.
Yeah,
tonight.
there's a lot.
And Adam Page, Hangman comes busting out through the door. Jay goes, Hangman.
Yeah.
Comes busting out through the door. Jay goes, Hangman.
Yeah.
There.
Well, yeah. Well, also they saw fucking Hogan versus Andre as well.
Hanger.
But if you didn't know, in the realm of football, I know this is a wrestling podcast, but this is just too important to not pass up. Kirk Cousins of the Atlanta Falcons was benched yesterday actually, last night, and CEO resigned. He said to the CEO that was coming up, he said he would kill him. He would end his life if you increase the price of the Costco hot dog. So Michael Penix, unfortunately, he did not get to receive his Costco hot dog. I mean, I really shouldn't be saying this, but because I thought of it. One of Anna's, if not the best match I've ever seen Anna Jay have. She was clean in there. She held her own with Mercedes. Mercedes obviously helped with Mercedes being fantastic, but this match was great. Anna looked like she belonged in there. She looked good in there. Mercedes won with the moneymaker. She looked good in there. Mercedes won with the moneymaker, and I thought this was a great match. But yeah, Anna obviously didn't have any chance of winning this match, but Mercedes did.
Where they challenged the Death Riders to a match come Death Riders to a match come Fight for the Fallen, which is the first Dynamite of 2025, and he ended the promo. Dax, at least, ended the promo by saying,
performing on the actual show, so that makes the most sense to bring him back there. I mean, he lives there anyway. That's where he resides. So that to me is
Jeff's promo, because he the shot of him walking in, refreshing the page. It's so stupid.
So MJF, he dissed the city.
So stupid.
So MJF, he dissed the city, obviously, and then he got into it, and said, listen, and then he got into it, and said, listen, we need some music. And then he turns around, he starts doing something with his eyes, and then all of a sudden he turns around, he's crying. Shows you how much he's been acting the last couple of months. He's if you scan the QR code, you could purchase the paper. This is great advertising. You can purchase they put the QR code up. You could purchase. You can purchase they put the QR code up. You could purchase the paper. Yeah, you could purchase the pay-per-view and help raise money for this scrawny yellow man.
This scrawny yellow baby.
I was gonna say something right there, but I'm background checks.
Say,
you can. He doesn't want.
Saying
he doesn't want MJF to use the ring before the match and stuff like that.
Yeah, and if they do not have multiple shots of MJF trying to sneak in whatever room that ring is in, they would be doing themselves a disservice.
But
or maybe I'm just so. I mean, that should be a decent little.
Yeah,
match
that's expected. Julia came back on Collision last week. That was expected. I mean, her and Willow and Jamie had a.
And yeah. I know you are.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. He's gonna be wrestling Gabe Kidd at that show. But yeah, if you can't see already, I mean, some of it hurt. The goal was to get him and Okada, in the ring at all.
Just how long Kenny was out.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, don't put them face to face immediately, but you can definitely spend a couple months building this up and taking into account showing vignettes of
that's the greatest match. That's the greatest match series ever, and those are the greatest matches in the history of the business. In my opinion. But yeah.
That's all of the matches.
But yeah.
That's all of the matches get extremely high praise. So.
I mean, it's like fucking. I don't even know what to say at that point. It's like being like a fan of superhero movies and you haven't seen Infinity War or Endgame, something like that. If you're a fan, but yeah, very happy to see him again. Nick Wayne looked great. Nick Wayne and Shibata, they were going at it in this match. And
Ballroom, or according to Chris Jericho, the Hammerstein Ballroom, which he has to be doing that on purpose. This was
a fantastic vignette with Jericho. This was fucking unbelievable. This is the best thing they've done.
Let's get through the Daniel Garcia versus Shelton Benjamin, and with how things turned out later in the show, things just got interesting in the Continental Classic. We got some New Japan math shit going.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Listen, I'm a New Yorker, but I'm from Long Island, so I really don't like. I still perceive as like New York to be Long Island and the city. Everything else, like upstate, that's not real. It's just people making shit up. What else? Bandito?
After the Chris Jericho vignette, the Bandito vignette. This is the third one, so he's got to be. I would assume he's also coming back. I mean, if you had to put a gun to my head, you have to put it on one of these two shows. I would aim towards Fight for the Fallen. Yeah. But I don't know. Original two movies. I mean, but that's just me.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I didn't really become critical of movies until a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So.
Very good movies. Like kids' movies, they're very, very good.
I heard the first one was good, the second one sucked.
No, it didn't. Whoever said it was a fuck.
I still don't have the game. I gotta get on that shit. But, after those two vignettes, we had the Mariah May promo. And she's basically...
happening. And she went over to her mom and fucking just slapped a taste out of her mouth. So, if I was the father, I would want to stay my ass home too. Because, I mean, no offense to Canadians. I like the Canadians. It's just the country. It's like, bro, you got a goofball prime minister. You got, a leaf on your flag. It's kind of weird, dude.
Canada's got. Okay, I'm just gonna collectively put all of those things as one. So they got four things going for them: a grouping of wrestlers, who we just mentioned.
But yeah. We got the Hurt Syndicate coming out here. Actually, no, it was Ricochet. It was
Tony Schiavone in the ring announces Ricochet.
And then he
saw what I did to Commander. Yeah, I saw. It's like I'm just saying. I'm putting my resume out there for you, giving you some feelers.
Yeah, so he takes the card out. Bobby Lashley grabs this guy by the fucking jaw versus the Beast Mortos, which I thought this was a great match. Just quality match between two quality wrestlers. Shelton Benjamin came out with the win with the... Anyway,
after the match...
Yeah.
Bobby... MVP takes the mic again, calls out Daniel Garcia, because that, I believe, is...
That's Shelton's next match, I believe.
Yeah, yes, definitely. Is it Garcia's last match in the tournament, or does he still have two?
Hold on, how many phase 1, 2, 3?
Because he had...
Usually how it goes in it's usually how it goes in the G1 as well. See if anybody who's a title holder gets beaten, they usually get the challenge for that title after the fact. So they could do that. And Fletcher has Garcia, and then Garcia has Shelton and Kyle. Mark has one left too, and Beast Mortos actually. Mark
I'm trying to find an update.
Mark has the Beast Mortos, and Beast has Mark. I'm looking at it right now, and the Beast Mortos has Mark.
Brian picture in my head.
Yeah, so basically, most people in the Blue League have one left except for two, and everybody.
After this, we had the. Yes, we had the yet again Continental Collision. Nope. Continental Collision. Nope. The Collision Continental Classic recap vignette. Keep doing these, please. Then we had Collision Continental Classic recap vignette. Keep doing these, please. Then we had Renee. I have to say that people were shitting on that. And I saw a clip earlier today, or it may have been last night. I don't know. It also may have been
NXT
in the morning.
And it was
Swerve and I thought you said Ospreay.
No. I would say like no.
Yeah, I'm shot.
Yeah, no.
I'm shot.
Yeah, no. I was talking about Ricochet and Swerve is done with the timeless gimmick. She's going back to regular. But after watching Collision, it's like, oh, that's not the case. So I saw a couple of theories like this is timeless Tony Storm playing Rockstar Tony Storm.
Expression before she said that.
Yeah.
So pay attention to the little details.
Yeah. So Tony is all fucked up. But
or maybe that's what she wants us to think.
Yeah. But what I think is going on.
Playing like fucking Jay White level mind games right now.
I don't think so. I think it's an amnesia gimmick because timeless Tony Storm was already her fucked up in the head mentally anyway.
This is true.
But what I think is going on here is that because she's doing this like Tony time like this, she keeps doing this. She's really playing up like the Rockstar Tony, and like when she was doing that regular, she was just regular Tony. Like back then, she would do this, but it wasn't all play. She's like really hamming it on. She's like, and she said in the video, "Well, growing up, I loved wrestling. Oh, my mom introduced me to this type of music." It's like, bro, we get it, and they really hammed it on like, oh, she's like a rocker girl. That's what they were doing here. I think they're doing that. AEW throughout the entire year. She's been the best women's wrestler in the entire year. I mean, she is a complete draw. The highest, I think.
No, but the fuck was I gonna say?
Mm-hmm.
No, but the fuck was I gonna say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, everyone was shitting 2 weeks. To the point where there is a confrontation between her and Mariah May at the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only possible thing I could think of. If they're not doing that, bad idea.
Yeah. It was one of the best TV matches of the year on any wrestling promotion. This year, this was one of the best AEW TV matches ever. This was fucking incredible. It was 15 minutes. They would just pops them with a code red. It was one of the best near falls I've ever seen. This was unbelievable.
Insane.
The finish came from Darby ends up hitting 2 coffin drops on Ospreay, and he beats and pins clean as a whistle Will Ospreay. And I agree with this decision because this is a tournament. I don't know when it's gonna be, but he's gonna, and
because he said he was fully planning to do it again. I just don't remember seeing.
But here's the thing, though.
When?
Like Moxley's the champion right now, but we haven't seen the belt in months. It's like you could forget. You can almost forget that he's the champ.